A ship tried to disappear, but the ocean was watching. You're watching Times XP. It's me, Dhriti Yatri, and across thousands of miles of open sea, a mysterious oil tanker was moving quietly. No spotlight, no public route, no attention at all. But this was not an ordinary cargo ship. This vessel was carrying something far more sensitive. You know what? Hundreds of thousands of barrels of oil from Venezuela heading towards China. And the United States, it was already tracking it. The ship had a name, Aquila II, but in maritime language, it was known as a ghost tanker. Ghost tankers are ships that try to hide their moment. They switch off their tracking systems. In fact, they change the routes very unexpectedly. They sometimes change ownership details or any cargo record. In fact, they operate in the shadow of global shipping, trying to avoid sanctions and surveillance. And Aquila II, it was allegedly doing exactly that. According to US officials, the chase started across oceans, satellites tracking, naval monitoring, and intelligence coordination. Piece by piece, America followed the tanker's hidden journey until finally the ship was intercepted. No missiles fired, no naval battle, no dramatic confrontation here, just a quiet, calculated seizure on international waters. Inside the tanker was a massive energy prize, by the way, about 700,000 barrels of Venezuelan crude oil. Oil that Washington claims was moving in violation of sanctions placed on Venezuela's energy sector. Now, for the US, stopping that cargo was not just about one ship. It was about sending a message. US War Secretary Mr. Pete Hegseth made that message absolutely clear. Well, publicly speaking about the operation, he described the chase with striking confidence. He said that the tanker tried to escape. It ran and we followed. And then came the warning. Ships attempting to bypass sanctions, he said, will eventually run out of options and possibly run out of fuel as well. But this particular story is not just about one tanker. It's about a much bigger global energy battle because Venezuela holds some of the largest oil reserves in the world. But years of US sanctions have restricted its ability to sell that oil freely. Countries buying Venezuelan crude often have to navigate complex political and legal risk. And China has remained one of Venezuela's major oil partner, and this is where global power politics enter the story. While Washington celebrated the seizure, Moscow reacted with strong criticism. Russia's foreign minister Sergei Lavrov delivered a very sharp accusation. He claimed that the US is trying to control the global energy supply route. He argued that Washington is using sanctions and maritime enforcement to crush the competitors and expand its influence over world oil market. In simple words, this is not just about sanctions at all. It's about who controls the flow of global energy. Because oil is not just fuel, right? It's power, it's political influence, it shapes the international alliance and economic stability. And every tanker moving across the ocean carries strategic importance. So, in the end, the seizure of Aquila II also sends a very strong signal to shipping companies worldwide. It tells them that the US is actively monitoring sanctioned oil trade, hidden routes, and silent tankers may not stay invisible. Enforcement actions are becoming more aggressive. In fact, for many shipping operators, this raises serious concern about safety, legality, and financial risk. And wait, it also raises a bigger global question. When powerful nations begin chasing the oil shipments across international waters, where does enforcement end? And in geopolitical confrontation begins. Because maritime seizures can quickly escalate the diplomatic tension.